In the past lesson, we have seen some basic things about how do lights work. Keep in mind that we are just scratching the surface of the subject because lighting is a complex one. A really advised read is the Jeremy Byrne book Digital Lighting and Rendering. This book helps us to understand why things are the way they are in digital lighting and, generally speaking, in 3D. Things are explained with an accessible yet exact enough language, and it's considered a reference book in the discipline. Now we are going to set up a very basic lighting of the cube structure. Keep in mind that I've previously disabled the world lighting, turning to black its color. I did this because I wanted to show you clearly the effect of each lamp. World lighting gives a general ambient light to the whole scene and sometimes is an interesting feature, but we are going to keep disabled now. I'm putting a main light source to the scene. This is called the key light because it's used to bring light to the key elements in the scene. But the light from this lamp doesn't reach all places, and we can notice that this area here is still very dark. For this reason, we use another lamp called fill light with a lower strength to light this area. Notice how we can play with color to add contrast and interest to the image. Now we can launch a render and see the result. Renders are only saved automatically when we are rendering animations. When we render a single frame, usually we have to save it manually if we want to. This is done through the image menu found right in the same render window and choosing Save as Image. Remember that we can go out and into this window pressing F11. We can also do the same thing just by pressing F3, saving the image, I mean. A file management window will open, and using it we can choose the folder, the name, and the type and other settings of the image as well in the options area. When rendering an animation by pressing the animation button at the right side of the render button, images are automatically stored in the folder configured in the output panel. In addition, the image type selected here is the one that will be used by default every time we save a single image with Save as Image or F3. We are seeing by default the PNG format because it maintains both the quality of the image and a reasonable size at the same time. But we can also choose any other format. We can choose movie format as well, but keep in mind that rendering to an image sequence is the default way to go in professional workflows. Making sure again that the render window is visible, F11 remember, let's see some tools that allow us to better evaluate technically what we see in the image. If you press left mouse button over the image, you will see some numbers appearing at the bottom of the render window. These numbers are color, opacity, and depth values expressed in different ways. This is similar to what a photographer does when examining the black, white, and half-tone distribution or a color theme within the image. If you press T, the usual left panel appears showing an histogram and other tools allowing to evaluate the color data in the image.